This week on Cantina Chronicles, Adam and Ben talk about the Inquisitorius. We muse on all known members and then do a power ranking in tiers. Grab a mug and have a seat and let's talk Inquisitors. Let's go! Okay, welcome to another week of Cantina Chronicles. This is a weekly Cantina crawl across the Star Wars galaxy where we have delightful discourse about all things Star Wars, including news, notes, and theory, synthesizing all media. We contextualize your canon. We are your landing pad for all things Star Wars, and we'd greatly appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on your podcast platform of choice. Grab a seat and let us chop it up. Today, it is just Adam and myself today here.
Yeah, just us.
Good to see you. Yeah, these are always fun. It's nice to get a good, proper one-on-one hang-in. And this week we had a pre-established topic to cover, and we're going to do it. This is so there will be a thing coming soon. It'll probably be in October. We're going to switch over to a campaign format. Grant wrote a role play game, like RPG. That he designed. It's going to be amazing. We're going to bring in Jason for it, and we're going to switch over and do that on the pod, but that'll be coming next month. But I think this was Grant's idea, because I think in this game our characters will be facing Inquisitors.
Yes, perhaps. It was heavily hinted at from Grant, by Grant, so we shall see.
It's certainly in that era. It's it's called the Reign of the Empire, and it'll be coming. We will give you a whole campaign zero session episode and explain everything with that when it comes, but we're headed towards that, and so I think this is going to be kind of a part of it, but it is kind of fun to just think about the Inquisitorius for a little bit. For sure. An idea that I finally think I may have possibly slightly come around on since they were introduced over a decade ago. At this point, it's a decade ago. When were they introduced? It was
Rebels. It was Rebels as the first appearance, and I don't know if it was season 1 or 2. And Wikipedia is not helpful, which is not shocking.
Yeah, that is kind of, because I kind of feel like they've been everywhere, but it was like as soon as they launched in Rebels, they were ubiquitous and found their way into everything, just because they're such a cool. Yeah, at first I was like, "What is this?" And why is this? And they just felt a little janky, but like kind of all of the best Star Wars things do, I think.
Yes. Yep. No, it's very true. It's very, very true. Everything takes a little while to come around on. Update was episode 5 in season 1. So it's pretty early on. October 20th. 2014, so over a decade. We've had Inquisitors for over a decade. And similarly, I remember that this is not anything new, and it's almost at this point kind of annoying to say, but like the lightsaber helicopter thing really
turned you off.
Me. I was just like, whatever, and I was just like, well, it's a cartoon, so I kind of got over that kind of quickly. But the thing is, as much as I kind of fought them internally for a while, they make a ton of sense that they would be a thing. Like the logic behind them is pretty clear.
And it's a little, I feel like it's very much like a Lucasian thing to do, and then so we have to give credit for Filoni for doing this, but I wonder if in his like conversations with George, if the concept for this was in there somewhere. I've never read that. That's just me pontificating, but I should give credit where it's due. I mean, Filoni created them, and it's very cool. But it was just the fact that it debuted in Rebels and it had that Ralph McQuarrie adopted animation style made them look kind of funny too. It was serious design choices. The lightsaber that everyone uses is a weird design choice too. But it kind of, I don't know, it kind of makes sense. And I don't know, it's just it's a really cool thing. But because ultimately their armor is amazing. It's so cool. Graphically, it was just like Seventh Sister with her, which is like the Buffy Inquisitor with her like funny hat, and there's a lot of funny hats, and it was just like, what is this thing? But then when you start seeing the live action versions, and in video games, you're like, oh, it's really pretty cool. I mean, they're kind of like the flip side of the coin to the Jedi. Like the Jedi transformed into this. It's like, the role of these like peacekeepers. It's like, peace and justice, and now it's like fear and division. And I mean, their primary focus is to hunt Jedi.
Yes,
but they're also sort of this force wielding dark side arm for the Emperor, Sith Lord. And just to have a little cadre of these folks, I don't know. I mean, what do you think about this like conversion system where it's like, sure, you were a good guy for a long time, but you ever wanted to be bad because we've got cookies?
Yeah, I mean, we're looking at, we'll do the numbers later. We're looking at 13 Jedi, right? Or Padawans or Force users that end up becoming Inquisitors. So I mean, it makes sense that a certain amount of Jedi would fall to the dark side. I also don't think it's that hard to fall to the dark side, right? And I think if you have someone like Vader who fell and knows how to make people fall, and I think everyone has their own path, and it just makes sense to me. The other thing I was kind of thinking while you're talking a bit about their history and who they are, it's just like they all were Jedi or Jedi related during the Clone Wars. So they were used to being a general in an army, right? Being used to following the orders of basically the Senate. And so there's some that probably continued. Like I just think of when like empires fall and there's people in the army that will continue along with it into its newer form, right? Because they're just used to being part of that army, part of that, following orders. So yeah.
I wonder if there's like a lore dark side reason for them as well. It's like, sure, like you need to thwart your enemy, and maybe he's like afraid of any Jedi, lone Jedi could sort of galvanize power, and so they need to constantly be seeking them out and or turning them. It's because it's like more people on the dark side sort of, I don't know, enhances the dark side of the Force, like that sort of
right. Maybe. And the other thing too to think about is it's the closest we've come to seeing what like a Sith army looks like, right? We talk about that a lot on this pod. We haven't gotten it. Though it looks like we are going to get it in season 3 of Visions. They did drop a little bit today about season 3 of Visions, and it looks like one of the stories is going to be about the Sith, like the Old Republic Sith.
Like the Sith reign,
the Sith army, Sith reign stuff. So when Grant's going to be psyched about that, but So this is the closest we've ever seen, right? Is what that might look like.
That's really true. So if you're looking for like information about the origin of this, I rewatched the 3-episode Barriss Offee arc in Tales of the Empire today, which is really kind of beautiful. And Kiner, I didn't realize it, but Kiner was laying the groundwork, Kevin Kiner, for the score for Ahsoka. Actually, no, I watched the Ahsoka episode after, which also had a weird one in it. But actually in that Ahsoka like Tales of the Jedi arc, he's using like the early motifs for the Ahsoka series, which is actually, there's consistency there, which is pretty cool.
Speaking of Ahsoka, one thing I just want to mention is like I just was looking. We'll talk about this more. Is she's just like the Inquisitor killer? like
oh, did she have a body count?
Yes, yeah, she has. She has at least 3, I think. Yeah, at least 3 she took out, which is impressive. Yeah,
she is.
Yeah.
So anyways, that gives some, we see through Barriss Offee's eyes the dawn of the very beginning of his Inquisitorius, and we've seen it in various forms.
Yep.
Like also Red Blade, the Rise of the Red Blade. Is that what it's called?
I think so. That sounds right to me. Yeah.
Is an amazing book. Is like a way underrated novel. And it is a fantastic, like it's about an Inquisitor. So that was then also picked up that had their part of their story told in the Darth Vader comic run with Charles Soule, I think.
Yeah.
But so like all of those like really good Inquisitor content, but as far as like their creation, it just has a really nice formation. In that Barriss Tales of the Empire, you're actually seeing Fortress Inquisitorius being constructed.
Right.
And it's like, it's cool because it's on a moon that orbits Mustafar. So it's like in close range for Vader in his castle. And Yeah, and it's funny that it's an ocean planet, and we see it again in Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, and Jedi Survivor
or Jedi Fallen Order, right?
Fallen Order, right? It's the end of Fallen Order. Yeah, it's amazing how much time we've actually spent in Castle Inquisitorius. Like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
in all forms.
Yeah, it's a really cool design. It's like half submerged in water, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So they're just fun, and I love the design, and they just have an odd mission and like an odd role, and they're terrifying, and pretty cool. But so we wanted to go through and talk about each of the Inquisitors, all the Inquisitors that we know of.
Yes.
And we're leaning on Wikipedia here pretty heavy. I think we all did that. I tried to sort of seek out any others, but it has them. It has a pretty complete list.
Yeah.
So someone put in work on this page.
Yeah, always impressed. Someone spent a lot of time doing this, and I don't know why people would do that, but I think that they do. I'm glad that they do.
Yeah. But yeah, I can't imagine Star Wars without the Inquisitors. I mean, also it just gave foils for a bunch like video games and characters. Like they're various degrees of terrifying. They're written into books now.
Provides opportunity for lightsaber battles, which we're kind of missing if you think about it. Like I just think, Obi-Wan Kenobi Obi-Wan. I was kind of surprised that they're actually brought in the Inquisitors, but then the more I thought about it, I'm like, well, yeah, because they're people with lightsabers, and you got to have Jedi fight people with lightsabers, so it makes sense.
Sure do.
Yeah,
sure do. All right. Well, why don't we get into it? They're already their naming convention kindly lists them for us in an order. So that's fun. I guess they're all a family. It's also like the mechanics of like the Inquisitors. It's like we're a family, but also we're the kind of family that you either kill or be killed.
Yes. Yeah. Right. Yeah. It's a lot of competition, a lot of like undermining each other. Yeah.
It's like, it does not seem like a healthy workplace environment whatsoever. First, so this one, I didn't know he had a brother name, like he had a number until I looked this up, but first brother is Merrick from, that we see for the first time in the Ahsoka series.
Yes. Yeah.
Which is wild. And, we know that Ahsoka, again, body count here, Ahsoka ultimately takes him out, we assume, but he's just vapor when she kills him.
Yeah, it's odd because like total vapor when he dies, even though they talk about him as like humanoid, right? If you look at the Wikipedia, species is humanoid.
Yeah.
I don't know if I call a gaseous person humanoid. Like I didn't know if that's his like actual being or if he just, I don't know. Like I
it's kind of interesting because the other times we see this happen is like when Obi-Wan Kenobi gets killed, he turns into vapor. We know why.
Yeah.
And so when Jedi die and sort of like sometimes they just disappear. And I think that because it's not just Merrick who died like that by Ahsoka's saber. Ahsoka also killed another person we're going to talk to later. And I discovered it today when I rewatched that Ahsoka Tales of the Jedi.
Yeah.
So that foil turned to vapor when she killed him also.
Okay. Interesting.
So I don't know, maybe she's got the touch or something, but we don't have a lore explanation for that, but
no, but I love it. I loved it when that happened because I was just like, it was a moment. It was really cool. I was all in on Merrick when they introduced him in Ahsoka. Like that was my guy. I love that. I mean, the armor alone is just sweet. Yeah,
it's just so sweet. Yeah.
And
we should mention now that what this is all going towards is we're going to tier rank the strength of the Inquisitors.
Yeah.
And we're going to drop them into tiers. So we're going to talk, we're talking about them here, going through kind of who they are, but then we're going to rank them with a tier list.
Yeah.
To see where they go. And you can contact us if you disagree, and we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, absolutely. Want to hear your thoughts. And for those of you, most of you probably have heard of tier ranking before. It's basically a grading system. It's your regular grading system, though it has S, which I learned is because it's based off of the Japanese school system, which has
cool.
an S above an A. So basically people can get S on top of A. So it's S is the highest, then you go to your A, B, C, D, F, basically.
Okay, cool. Thank you for, of course, you'd figured that out. Thank you.
Yeah, I was Googling.
Yes, hooray, Googling.
Yeah.
Rad. Okay, cool. Actually, so I guess I started with First Brother, but there is someone above him.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, right. There's the Grand Inquisitor himself.
The Grand Inquisitor himself. Yeah. So really cool origin story with him. He was a sentinel, but I guess he was super talented, but he felt that Jocasta Nu was always holding him back. And so he had this personal vendetta against Jocasta Nu.
Right.
And he had a lot of knowledge. And so he was really the first one that was targeted by Darth Sidious himself to lead this group beside or below, depending on whose opinion you get, Darth Vader. So, yeah, he's an interesting one that fell and super strong, but I guess someone uniquely qualified. But also, like, Sidious needed to turn him because I guess he really facilitated the downfall of the Jedi Temple, which is cool.
Yeah. No, he's it's super interesting backstory. He also kind of moving towards ranking, like ultimately he died. They all do, right?
Yeah.
But he survived a lot of battles with a lot of different Jedi, right? Like he had multiple run-ins with Canis,
Kanan Jarrus.
Survived that.
Well, until he didn't.
He didn't, right? But several. I'm trying to think back to Obi-Wan. Do they cross blades at all? I don't think so. It's just
no, but I think he did with Reva.
Yeah, because he gets impaled.
Reva stabbed him.
Yeah.
But he survived because reasons in Star Wars.
Sure, yeah. Because apparently being impaled by a lightsaber is not deadly at all. Because people keep getting impaled by lightsabers and they're just fine,
unless you're Qui-Gon Jinn, and then not
right.
so much.
Yeah.
So. Or maybe because he's Powan, he has like different physiology than a human.
Yeah,
that saved him. I'm sure you can always explain it away, but I'm trying to think other people that he has fought because we see him kind of a lot. It's a lot in the comics. We see him with his real origin story we get in a later Darth Vader arc.
Yeah,
and it's actually pretty fascinating. Actually, it's not later. It's kind of earlier, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. I guess you're right. It would be pre-Rebels. Yeah.
So that's so pretty early in the latest Darth Vader arc. And it's fascinating, and it's just they're very successful on their hunts for a long time. And it's run with him, and they're like they go after the Jedi Council first and Eth Koth and all that, and But Inquisitor is going to be high up there for sure. He's
definitely up there. The other thing to mention is what happens to him after he dies. Like that's not the end of his story. Vader prevents him from like actually joining the Force or forcing away. It forces him to basically installs him as a servant into the High Republic era Jedi outpost on Tempest. And he's there basically to guard it, that anyone seeking knowledge would be caught in the trap of the Grand Inquisitor.
Oh my gosh. Was that in Jedi Survivor?
No, I don't think so. I'm looking at where this was, and let me see. It is from Star Wars 2020, issue 6. So that's where I think Luke might run into him.
Wait, so he's like he's like a random Force ghost that is cursed to haunt a place, and Vader was able to do that to him?
Vader did that apparently somehow. The Dark Lord installed his servant into a whatever. Yeah, and there's a picture of him confronting Luke as like a forced a spirit, or I don't know, demon.
I wonder if that's how he was able to communicate with Kanan posthumously.
Right. Yeah.
That's actually really dark, dude, because so his final words to Kanan Jarrus is there are worse things than death. And apparently he thought he was saving himself and he wasn't. And that's so dark.
That's super dark. Yeah.
He's he's quite a character, and that's terrible. And I'm just going to go cry in the other room for a minute. But maybe we just move on. Maybe that's best.
Yeah.
All right. So we have second sister also. So all these backstories are like kind of shape who they are. I think that like that Barriss Offee arc was for people that just watch the shows and don't read comics and books and stuff to be like sort of like generally this is what happens. But you're either recruited because you want to be there, or you're convinced and turned, or you're like forcibly turned, like you're tortured until you do it.
Right.
If they really want you. And Trillis Suduri is one, second sister is one of those people.
Yes.
We see her exclusively in Jedi Fallen Order video game with Cal Kestis. She was the Padawan of Sarah Jinda.
Yep.
Who we meet in Jedi Fallen Order and is a former Jedi Knight helping Cal Kestis through his adventures. But we discovered that she wasn't able to help her Padawan, and her Padawan was captured and tortured and turned into second sister, and hilarity ensues from there.
Yeah.
It's going to be a real sunny podcast.
I know. Yeah. Right. Yeah. I know. I'm just now flashing back to her story in Fallen Order and how, like, when that gets revealed, how like devastating that is. Yeah.
Yeah. It's really, really not great.
Yeah. Does also show up actually. First appearances is actually in Vader 19. She's just hanging around the background.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
yeah, it doesn't do anything, not identify as anyone, and then they just decided on Fallen Order. Like, yeah, we'll take that. We'll do that.
Yeah. If you haven't, I mean, if you only read one comic, read the Darth Vader series, like
the 2017 run. Yeah.
Yeah, the 2017 run it's awesome because it's like as soon as he puts on the suit and what he's going on, but like it's also him quote unquote training the Inquisitorius, but he's just like kind of taking out his anger on them and cutting a lot of their limbs off and maiming them and being like, get tougher.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Yep. Yeah, it's pretty wild. So yeah, so we do see the training room and we get some POVs that we'll talk about. But yeah, I don't think we got hers, but she was just there.
She was in the background, just there. I think it was like a one frame of her. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Terrifying. Ultimately meets her end at the hand of Cal, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
No, it's Sura. I think Cal defeats her, but yeah. So that's awful. And then we have third sister, and we get her story extensively in the Obi-Wan series. This is Reva Savander. And yeah, we know her thing. She was one of the younglings that was almost slain by the first incarnation of Darth Vader. And really sad, but she's still at large, which is cool. Injured but at large, and a changed person and saved. So she's kind of a ringer, man. She rose to the ranks pretty quick there in that ship. And so much so that when the Grand Inquisitor was presumed dead, she was pretty much running the Inquisitorius.
Yeah, like we said it before, right? We talked about it. I mean, the fact that she took out the Grand Inquisitor just shows her power and how quickly she rose. Yeah. No, she's an interesting one to talk about, right? Because she's the only one. Or does Barriss Offee turn back to the light?
Yes,
I can't remember. Yeah,
yes,
so she does. Yeah, so there's only a couple, right?
Actually, and another one does too. There's a few that have been.
Which makes sense, right? It would make sense that would happen. But yeah, hers is interesting. And like you said, still out there. And that's a hanging thread. I really hope they pick up at some point.
Yeah. It'd be fun to hear the rest of her story. They just got to give it some time. Don't
forget. Don't forget third brother.
Oh, and of course, third brother. So mentioned only in a all right. So first of all, it was Beaumont Kin mentioned but he was talking about the naming convention. So he was speaking generally, and he's like, like ninth sister or third brother. But I think he was just kind of, speaking off the cuff, like we would be, which is like we don't really remember who any of these people are unless we're looking at a list. Yeah. Or what the numbers are.
It's the same. And there's other like random things. Like there's like a Star Wars encyclopedia where there's a picture of him. And basically
you got a picture. Nice.
I don't know if there's a picture. Actually, I guess there isn't a picture, but there is the naming convention that says like maybe lists them or something. It says third brother, but all those things are like not hard canon, those like reference books, they can change it. So
I know it's the like dork in me that's like, I'm like, so how does this work? Like, does only one person gets a number? There's not a first brother and a first sister? Because it feels like that would be the thing. But so maybe there is, but they just so happens to be that it's not really a thing. And I don't know that we see. But I mean, like in those early years, it does feel like there's a lot of churn in the Inquisitorius. Like, I mean, you're designed to sort of kill each other, and like you do eventually graduate, but it's like there is a hazing period too at the beginning. So there's a lot of intake, and there's a lot of death, and there's a lot of, like the Dark Knight scene where the Joker breaks a pool cue and throws it in between two people, and he's like, "There's only one job opening." They do that kind of stuff. They did that with Barris, not awesome.
No.
So.
I always assumed, it's funny with the naming convention prior to knowing this, I just always kind of assumed
there's
what's that? Yeah, that it shifted basically it was like a ranking almost as one would die. Other people, like I kind of thought that at first, and clearly that's not it. That's literally just as they were created. Though I am looking at like the tenure, and the tenure's all funky and weird because it looks like some tenures are before other people's tenures. So I don't know why someone would be like the fifth brother when there wasn't a third brother. Like it's just all it's all wacky. But yeah.
Right. Yeah. So my headcanon is that Beaumont Kin doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, I agree. I bet you in like a year, if you go back on this Wikipedia page, that's just scrubbed. Like there's no third brother. It's just a weird, weird thing.
Weird thing. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So next is Fourth Sister, which is we also see extensively. Her name is Lynn Rakish. And we see her also. She's one of the main characters, Inquisitor characters that we see in Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
She's also the main character, one of the main characters in the Barrisafi arc. She is sort of tasked to like on Barris's first missions, she's with Lynn. And Lynn is kind of a funny Star Wars name, Lyn, but okay.
I know, right? Yeah.
With Fourth Sister. And so she kind of looks like she has these organic dreads and some facial tattoos, and her skin's kind of yellow. I don't know her exact species, but so she's pretty tragic, and she's there. I don't think she's very powerful. I think she's getting I don't know, she's always kind of a foil. Barrisafi plays her like a fiddle. And but ultimately gets Lynn to come back to the light side, and she's alive as far as we know. She is like future unknown, right? No one's killed her.
Fate is unknown, though. What's interesting is that at some point, her armor got lost because Rebel Commander Lena Graff shows up wearing it at some point. And I think Star Wars Adventures, like the return to Vader's castle.
No kidding.
Yeah. So at and there's no real reason why, but we know I would assume that means she's probably dead, or maybe turned to the light again. But like,
I think because she ends up like Barris kind of is dying, but she ultimately saves Lynn's life in her death. Like she kind of allows Lynn to kill her, but in doing so brings her back to the light. It's this whole series in cave. It's very, but so the last time we see her is Lynn carrying Barrisafi's body out of this labyrinth, cave labyrinth. And dead set on saving her. And I mean the whole thing with Barris is like, if you'll never, be free of this labyrinth unless you turn to the light. Otherwise you'll just be lost in here. And really accept yourself. And maybe that's some mystical properties of the cave, or maybe it's a metaphor, or it's, there's a lot of lessons about being your best self or being your worst self. But anyway, so that I'm convinced she's come back, and maybe she's just so she doesn't wear the black armor anymore. She
it makes that means one of two things: either dead or she's reformed, right? Because she wouldn't wear it if she was reformed. And I like it. I mean, the suit looks pristine condition when you see it in the comic, so there's no like lightsaber holes or anything, so or blaster burns, so let's say she got rid of it thinking. But it is interesting. I just, for a character we see so much, I don't think of her very much, and so I would agree. I think kind of low on the power level, but she might be one of the few that make it out. But Barris ultimately defeats her without a lightsaber.
the last time, and it's just like she was just toying with her, and actually it was a really nice piece of symmetry with her in the introduction to the Inquisitorius by the Grand Inquisitor, and he defeats Barris without a lightsaber, and like your light side tendencies make you predictable, and then she turns it around to Lynn, and it's like your anger makes you predictable. So it's kind of fun, and I think actually her suit evolves again, so dorky, but like in the beginning of that arc, it's kind of like plain, and then like it's really kind of beautiful by the time we see her, and we don't even really know what time that was, though I assume it's still within the 19-year reign of the Empire because they're alive, they're still working. So and then we see her a lot in Obi-Wan. And that's it. The next one is Fifth Brother. He is known by his funny hat. It's sort of like that like Chinese sun hat affair, but it's made of steel and it's funny looking.
Yes, it is.
It's extra funny looking in live action. He's also working with Force Sister a lot in Obi-Wan, and he's very angry, but he's very strong. And we see him a lot in Rebels.
In Rebels, yeah.
And then what was the novel about Jedi Survivor that was just like a romance, like a weird romance novels?
Right. I forgot that even existed.
It's Battle Scars.
Battle Scars. There we go.
That's what it is. So Jedi Battle Scars takes place in between Jedi Fallen Order. It's like a prequel to Jedi Survivor. So you sort of see what's going on there. It sets the table for Cal Kestis and his Mari. Yeah, there you go. Their sort of relationship that blossoms, spoiler alert, late. So he's in that novel and he's the main foil, and he is tough MFer because he's a believer. He's
he's all in.
Yeah, he's 100% dark side and is just like, this is right. And there's no wishing he was a Jedi. There's no like holes in his game. He's just like dark sider through and through. And he's strong. He's going to be high up on my list.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's real strong. I mean, the fact that like, I just remember him popping up in Rebels and after a while, especially in the second rewatch, I'm like, he's there. Like he is the main villain until, Maul cuts him down. But yeah. And it's like, okay, you got killed by a Sith Lord. I don't think any of these are Sith Lord tier. No. Yeah. Any Sith Lords above them. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's just, and I love that. I like it. It should be that way. Like the Sith Lord should be super OP. And I'm thinking like I wish we had more of them, but we could power rank Sith Lords. I think we did actually a long time ago, probably on Core World News, but
probably that'd be fun to.
We'd have to expand it to like legends because we just don't know. We don't have that much information, and then the power scale gets weird because it's like, well, I eat planets,
so right? Yeah, it's like
fly, that's cute. I eat planets, so
because it's gonna be weird when Sidious and like when you do it all on Sidious and Vader like C tier compared. To you're like, wait, that doesn't feel right. Yeah,
exactly.
Yep.
So he's fun. Do you have anything more on Fifth Brother? We know he's killed on Malachor by Maul. We see that in Rebels. There's a bunch that come at Maul, and he's a wood chipper. So
just the only thing is that like Fifth Brother and Seventh Sister are the kind of the reasons I didn't like Inquisitors for so long, because again they're the rebel ones. But once I got over that and enjoyed them, I have a lot more respect for him than I did. So,
they are a little goofy. Nice. And then we've got Bill.
Good old Bill.
Sixth Brother, aka Bill
Bill
Valen. There was a Bill. Oh man. And Bill was actually the main villain in the I think it's Delilah S. Dawson's Ahsoka novel.
Is
it Delilah S. Dawson?
I don't.
If only there was a way to figure out.
I was trying to like get there real quick, and there's too many other. It's E.K. Johnston. It's E.K. Johnston. E.K. Johnston.
E.K. Johnston, and it's a fantastic book. It's sort of semi retcon by the Ahsoka Tales from the Empire arc, but it'll always be truth to me. or Tales of the Jedi arc. But yeah, it'll always. I mean, both things could happen. It just takes a little jujitsu.
Yeah, you just kind of do that mental.
But it's also about how Ahsoka meets up ultimately with Bail Antilles, and there's this whole like adventure that she's going through. And instead, he sort of Filoni just told a more abbreviated version. But she obviously, it seems like it took Ahsoka a while to join up with the rebellion after she watched all her friends die.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, we could. Ahsoka's a separate story, but I don't know. I just feel like fuck up. Bail never. He started fighting immediately. Mon Mothma was just like, "Yep, we got to go against this." Luthen Rael was like, "Oh my goodness,"
Yes.
I mean, I could see like the whole reason she left the order was, pacifism ultimately, and was just like, "This is wrong. I don't want to participate."
Yeah, I mean, seeing what the Jedi were becoming, but I don't know. At the same time, you don't have to be a Jedi to,
right,
be part of the solution. It's interesting. It's just one of those things where I feel like they're hamstrung by original trilogy and original. Like you have to. She cannot be there, right? Like it's hard to have that powerful of a Jedi.
Yeah,
and you have to explain why she wasn't in the fight.
Yeah,
it's like no one. If she was around, no one would care about Luke Skywalker. Like no one would have cared about this farm boy who kind of just blew up a Death Star and may have some force sensitivity. Like they'd be like, no, we got Ahsoka, we're good.
Yeah, and we still don't have a proper explanation for that, right? Like,
no,
she was around. Like,
she was just around.
Was working with it was pre-rebellion, but she was working with Bail Antilles, and then he was going on, and then then she sort of disappeared in Rebels but like not just for a moment,
just for a minute. Like it's like 5 minutes later, I think she pops back in. It's not long at all, or something like that.
Of all the stories, like Filoni seems like he loves Ahsoka and he just loves writing stories about her, and she's a fantastic character. But we have a lot of Ahsoka right now, but he spent the time to tell that arc, but he didn't tell what was going on during that time during the rebellion.
And it's so weird that didn't come up in Ahsoka. That none of the Rebels gang just said to her, "And where were you during the like?" You just needed that one line, "And where were you?" And you could have her say she was doing missionary work somewhere, or I will bet dollars to donuts when it finally gets revealed it's because she was in the world between worlds. I think Filoni's literally just going to have her mystically skip the Galactic Civil War. Yeah,
I mean that would at least be a reason, but it's like. I don't know. It just seems funny to like, no, I need to connect her, Clone Wars to Rebels. Like Ahsoka, like Clone Wars into Rebels. Like, why did she become Fulcrum and start working with the rebellion and like pop up again there? But then it's like, now you need that other question answered. It's like, okay, but like, canon says she went into War Between Worlds and came out. Well, I guess she went in with the fight with Vader, and then came out though in real time with when Ezra went in, which is like 1 year before the Battle of Yavin,
something like that.
And because I think it's 5432 actually might be Rebels, so it might actually be 2 years technically.
Okay,
for the Battle of Yavin. But so she's out there, but I guess she's a changed woman after being gone, and like she's okay, no one knows us. The rebellion's completely different now, but you'd think or maybe she can't find it. I mean, but I feel like she'd be able to. Bail Antilles is still alive. She could reach out. You can find Alderaan.
Yeah, it's very strange. I don't know. Yeah, the other thing that's also odd is if you just give her a second crisis of conscience, after she already got through it. Like if we do that, then we got a third coming in. Like what during Ahsoka? I'm like, can we just
the live action?
Her, like just have her be,
have her change,
like
have her become something else. Like it's like she's awesome, and then she's like thinking about it, and then she's awesome again, and then she's all right, what are we doing? Well, that's enough about Ahsoka. Not an Inquisitor, by the way.
Nope.
But it killed a lot. So she also killed Bill.
She killed Bill.
But he's actually great design. Bill, poor Bill. I think is he blind also? There's a couple blind Inquisitors, but he has a face shield that looks like it covers his eyes.
Yeah, I don't know how
dude, he's like a heavy.
Yeah.
And it's been so long since I read Ahsoka that I'm not really sure. Blah blah blah. Humanoid, Clone Wars, Force sensitive, something, hunt something. I don't know.
I just quickly Googled blind or did a search for blind. Didn't come up in his Wikipedia. So
all right. Well, so he's got a funky visor then.
I don't know how he's seeing out of that thing, but
right. There are kind of slats.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what's going on with Bill.
That means his eyes are either really close together based on this picture or really far apart.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, maybe we don't know what his species is, right? So maybe they have really close set eyes.
Yep. Bill Valen, hardly knew you.
Yep.
Oh man. Yeah. So ultimately gets smoked by Ahsoka. So that's 2 for Ahsoka. Seventh sister. So this is Buffy, right? And she has a really funny hat.
She really does.
Yeah. But kind of super strong. We see she has a run-in with Iskat, who we will hear about later from the Rise of the Red Blade, the main character there. And we sort of see the dawn of when she starts using technology to fight. Like part of being a Darksider, right, is that you use everything you can and just hurl it at people blindly. Crafty, smart, good fighter, and has those really awesome probe droids that help her out.
Yeah, no, super cool. Also taken out by Maul in that same fight with the fifth brother, right? No, super cool. I appreciate her. I just cannot get over that hat, and I know that's so trivial. I know that doesn't matter, but it's also funny because if you scroll through a Wikipedia page, there's a lot of other art of her because she shows up in the Vader comics and stuff. Yeah. And boy, are they really trying to make that thing work and try to you see every artist just trying to take it down a little bit and make it look a little normal.
It's supposed to be a witch hat, maybe. It kind of it could be the profile is something between a commander's hat on a ship and a witch hat. It has a lot of volume. Maybe she has a really big cranium.
That's very true. No. Based on what she looks like without it, nope. She has a normal humanoid head. So I don't know what's going on up there.
All right.
Yeah, and no hair, by the way. So you can't even say she's tucking her hair up there. So I don't know what's going on. Yeah,
she's really hat positive.
Yes. I'm gonna try not to let that seep in when we do our tiering, because that has nothing to do with her power.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you look like that. You drop a tier probably.
Yeah, I think so. I think you take a tier off automatically.
Yeah.
What do we got now? What do we got? Eighth brother. Yeah.
I was just trying to remember. This is he was more lightsaber fodder. He was there with Seventh Sister and Fifth Brother in Malachor, and I think that's the only time we see him.
He's in the Vader comics. Apparently, that's it. Yeah, that's really, really it.
It kind of has that sort of medieval helmet, sort of. It's like a cross between a samurai helmet and a knight, medieval knight face mask sort of affair. Cool design. But messed around and found out with Maul, also in Malachor. He actually fell to his death. It's like Maul didn't kill him, gravity did, but it's like Maul killed him.
Not to jump ahead, but I think we got our first F tier.
Yeah, I mean
maybe D
against. I mean, again, he died against the Sith Lord, and that's a different thing. But he was a little. I think he died because of clumsiness. So
I mean, he didn't get the dignity of being killed by a lightsaber,
right? Yeah, it's you even get to go to Jedi heaven if you die from a fall. I don't know. No, probably not. Okay, that's Eighth Brother. Ninth Sister, a Dawutin, everyone's favorite Dawutin. And we don't have a real Masana Tide is her name.
We do have her name because it is one of my favorite scenes in all of the Jedi Survivor games. It is the moment. I mean, I have to talk about this even though it has nothing to do with her death. It is the moment where I'm this is a Jedi to me. He has to kill her, but he's just doing it reluctantly and just reminding her, you were that whole thing. He just keeps saying, you were just reminding her that she was a Jedi. I just love that scene. It makes me cry. It made me cry the first time I saw it. I was literally blown away by that in a video game. Yeah, it's just so
Yeah, and I love. So we fought her in Jedi Survivor, which was an awesome fight. It took forever.
And that's a Kashyyyk, right?
In Kashyyyk, yeah. She's at the top of the Worshir tree, and it takes forever to get up that thing. It is the biggest tree in the world, and you're just like fighting and jumping, and it's like they're like fights and like climb sequences, and you finally get to the top, and she jumps out of a carrier, and you're like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't want to fall off this thing because I don't want to climb back up here again.
Yeah.
But I remember actually by that time in the game, though, I was kind of feeling myself and I took care of her, I think, on the first shot.
I remember talking about that because that the exact opposite. That was my hardest fight. I redid that fight so many times for some reason. It just couldn't get it. And finally I did. Yeah.
So but fun. So we get any fights or I think he cuts off a limb, which is like cutting down on redwood. But she's a big girl. She's a big, strong girl. And Dawootans are all like that. So she's pretty cool. Funny visor, kind of again, funny helmet, but all right. Not someone you want to see in your tail. She kind of has a quirky personality, but probably just like her brute strength like keeps her going. I don't know that she's going to rank super high. She just looks super intimidating, but I like her as a character, and I like her death, which is a weird thing to say, but I like that for what it does for Count Kestis, but it doesn't really say much, and I'll try to keep away my not put in my bad game play ability. Right. I don't know, man. I mean, that's your truth. You got to speak your truth.
Yeah.
And maybe I just got lucky with that one, but
it's different things. You never know. It just clicks for some reason. Like Jedi Survivor, I just clicked with that game. I only had to redo one or two things in that game for some reason. I don't know why, but you have those games. Some games click, some games take longer. Yep.
And but she also has some great lines in the Darth Vader comics. I remember she's kind of in it, and she's like a little bit of a cynic. Like she knows not to cross certain lines, but she's just like, oh, what are we doing now?
Over it.
So then it takes us to 10th Brother. So he's exclusively in the Darth Vader series. He is blind.
There you go.
His name is 10th Brother. His name's Prosit Dibbs, which is a good name. Better than Bill. And he looks like a Mortal Kombat character with Imperial insignias.
Yeah, he's like the least Inquisitorius looking Inquisitor. Like, he's odd. Yeah,
but I mean that comic that like really got to explore with a lot of different styles, and this I like this one a lot. I think it's kind of because it's such an outlier. I think it's wild.
Super interesting death. Like if we skip ahead to his death, right? Actually taken out by Purge troopers.
Right. Oh, that's right. Because the Jedi say execute Order 66, and they're like, what?
Bar used the Jedi Bar used a mind trick. Yeah. Virla Bar. Yeah.
So that's fantastic. That was a really interesting death, and that got poor Prosit. But he did his best. Cool design. Survived Vader's training, which is hard to do. But again, blind. So then we get 11th Brother, which had a name. I didn't really realize he had a name.
Oh, I didn't realize either. All right.
But he does, and that's lovely. And so this is the foil we see in the Ahsoka, the last episode of the Ahsoka Tales of the Jedi arc.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
And this is sort of the sub in for Bill. Which Bill was the main foil in the novel. The 11th Brothers kind of doing it there. They also dropped him into the Barasafi arc. We get Merrick and 11th Brother in here. Really cool design. Like kind of like a bird skull face in a hood. He still rocks the cloak. It's very witchy, and it's good times.
Yeah, no, super cool. But not a ton on him, right? Other than the arc, we get really quickly.
He's just like a cool design and a foil that was brought in for that weird retcon of Ahsoka. We got.
There's an interesting GIF or GIF, depending on what you say. I know. People say GIF. What's that?
GIF is correct. I've learned that. I don't know much about technology, but I know it.
Yes, exactly. But I was just there's a GIF on the Wikipedia page which I've never seen before, and it's just a picture of the 11th brother's helmet deflates after he is decapitated.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
there we have another. This is the one was this the one you were talking about earlier?
This
We have
is the
another
other.
example.
This is the other one killed by Ahsoka. This
Yep.
is number 3 for Ahsoka.
Yep.
And yeah. He just turns to air. And so I'm beginning to think like this isn't just a property that's exclusive to Merrick.
No, yeah, it might be something about the Inquisitors or dark side people. I guess it's interesting. It could be a dark side thing. I mean, this is all Filoni, right? So now I feel the fingers of Filoni in this, where I feel like he's trying to add a dark side lore that we don't have yet, right?
Yeah.
Like,
so do it. So just do it. Yeah.
It'd be super cool if, like, major dark side users, basically their body's corrupted and they don't like, they don't dissipate. They just like literally turn into, green dust.
Yeah. Because this predates like Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan Kenobi's death. So it's like, it's not like, but I mean, if we thinking about Jedi who have evaporated, you've got like Yoda. I guess we don't really know about Vader. We don't know what's going on in that suit of armor, but
we don't.
I don't know that there's actually a body in there when he passes. I mean,
I would assume not, right? I've always assumed not, because he becomes, he shows up as a Force ghost, and it seemed to me, as my headcanon is, you have to pull a, but I guess not, because we get a well, I can't think of his name. In Obi-Wan, we see what's his name right there?
That Jedi just like cut down, right?
And we get Qui-Gon. We get Qui-Gon Jinn, right? Qui-Gon Jinn shows up at the end of Obi-Wan Kenobi for like half a second,
right? But like I'm thinking about Jedi that have turned to vapor when they're killed. But didn't that one Jedi get like strung up in the town square? His like body.
Yeah.
So that didn't happen for him.
No, I think it's
Luke Skywalker, Leia, Ben Solo.
Yeah.
Yoda.
Yeah.
They all turned to vapor.
They did. And I think I always feel like that's a choice. Like it takes something. It's not like if you just die, you automatically are one with the Force. I feel like you're just like,
those were choices. Like they had to, it seemed like Leia was waiting for her son to pass on with him, which was interesting. Like they both disappeared at the same moment.
Yes.
Which is like that in itself is a weird lore. Like where was her consciousness in that time between?
Yeah.
What was going on? Are they the sentient Force where they're just like they release their spirit fully into the Force, and then they like what's the tie with the body? There's a lot going on there.
It's fascinating. I mean, and it's getting when they get to the Rey movie, the fact that there's going to be like there's so much opportunity for Force ghosts. Like you just don't know. Hopefully not a Leia. Like hopefully just let that one go. Like we don't need a CGI, but you could have Ben Solo could be her Force ghost through that. It'd be fascinating though. So it's interesting. But I feel like maybe the corruption of the dark side is what leads them to this. Like if they don't have a choice. And what's interesting about that, right? Because if you think about Jedi dissipating, that automatically, it seems to me like that automatically allows them to be Force ghosts, right? Those two things are connected in my brain.
Yeah.
And so I wonder if the Sith don't have an option, but they now have a tortured afterlife. Yeah. They're now like a Force or like a dark side phantom or something, right? Like they can't. Yeah.
This is what that would be my preferred headcanon, like the direction I go, where there's a special sort of hell or purpose for deceased darksiders. And like or it's like now that we know that like the Grand Inquisitor's soul was body snatched by Vader, right? But maybe it's just like even from beyond the grave, he's like setting up these eternities of hell for darksiders as they pass away from beyond the grave. Like maybe that's what he's doing. Yeah. Like we also know God that's like really doing business.
Yeah. And Palpatine's around during all this, so it could also be a scheme on his part to like take on dark side energy.
I mean, I guess he's technically around. I mean, because
he's never not around.
right. But I mean, Ahsoka's 9 years after Return of the Jedi, so the show. Yeah. So that that's a thing. But that's kind of maybe hit like Sidious's soul is just farming souls, like again a Mortal Kombat character or something. Like I don't know. There's a lot of interesting reasons there. This is the time to do the tangent about why that these Inquisitors keep turning into smoke.
Yeah, which I did not realize was a thing until like we did start doing this, because I thought it was just a Merrick thing, and now I'm like, no, this is clearly
it's a
Filoni's setting something up here.
I mean maybe I'm interpreting it wrong, but 11 brother, like if you have a deflated face, it's like there's no, he was decapitated, but it's like but like why did his head always a balloon? Like,
right.
I think we had the same conversation. It was just like, oh, well, he's some weird like spirit person, but like, I don't know.
It doesn't seem to be the case based on everything we're seeing, and that like that haunting like scream he lets out as he's dying is like just seems torturous, right? Like his soul is being ripped apart.
And like, I mean, as we're thinking about power tiers here, didn't take Ahsoka too much time to just take care of business there. She didn't play with food on this one.
No, I love him, but he's not gonna be up there. Though I mean, I will say, to his credit, he did make it the longest of any other Inquisitor, right? If we're talking about, we're talking about. We're on the
11th brother.
Yeah, no, he's gone quick.
It's tough on that timeline, but this could have been pretty early into the Empire, because he's like, I mean, even though he's 11th brother, which is weird, we see him at the start of the Inquisitorius with Merrick, right? And the Grand Inquisitor and Barris, and whenever they do that, I feel like, why not just have like weird cameos? Like, why wasn't Trilla like walking around in the background or something, or you hear screams, or you look into it? It's like, those would be good little lore bomb nuggets for me. I would enjoy that. But all these shows, it's like they focus on like 3 Inquisitors. It's like, no, I know there's more. We're in the Castle Inquisitorius. Like, they've got to be everywhere. So I don't know. Maybe not, or maybe they're all in the field and whatever.
I don't know. Maybe it'd be interesting to see as they start building stuff out. You really should have these characters, like you said, even just the background, which is like so much of these characters in that Vader arc. What I mean, it's just where they took them from, but still, it's just great to see them there.
All right, now we're getting to I guess we should probably do the next 2 in 1, but we get 13th sister, so named Inquisitor. Iskat Akaris. This is the main character from Rise of the Red Blade. And again, awesome novel, really cool character. Good. We get her whole story in that. It's great. It's like the definitive, if you care at all about Inquisitors at all, and you like reading, it's a great book, and you'll learn about her thing. But she ultimately finds her demise in the Darth Vader comic. But she dies for love. I think she just wants to get out by the end of it, with her boyfriend Tualon Iluna, who is a male Twi'lek. I forget Iskat's species, but she's red.
I don't know if they Picorian.
I just feel like we should mention that. But she's red. She looks awesome. Sweet, cool. Like shave under, flop over skater haircut. People.
I love her. Well, and the other thing I'll say too is I appreciate that, like, for a character who's in like 1.5 issues of Vader, I feel like, right? Like, is just there, and it's kind of just, it was a good story, but it's a kind of a quick one. Just giving her this background is amazing, right? Like, just so, like, it just made me want to go back and reread those 2 issues, and it gives it so much, like, I don't know what I'm trying to say.
No, it gives it gravity because she had such like a heavy death. Like, it, like such a fertile, like it was such a poetic, like almost Shakespearean death. And she ultimately, she and her boyfriend get killed by Vader as they're trying to escape. Rise of the Red Blade. But we get her from all the way from the first battle of Geonosis. It's great. And I think I remember, so this is Delilah S. Dawson wrote this. And and I think it was like she looked at that comic as inspiration, because that came out first and was just sort of like, okay, how do we get there? But just wrote a heck of a book.
I know.
Came out in 23. It's heck of a book.
Just to mention before we go on, because now we're going to go to name, there's no, user or listeners may have noticed or not noticed, we went from 11th to 13th. We get our first unnamed or unknown sibling, right? No 12th sibling.
I know. And so I wonder, I feel like they must backfill in or something, because because it's like, so if they already had 11th brother, I mean, there's probably a lot that we don't know about. But if they had 11th brother at the beginning, it's like, well, then, so there must have been other, and we know that, like, I don't know, maybe all of the other ones have been there since the beginning too. And
maybe, yeah.
I could actually, that's possible. Yeah, because Reva was pretty early too.
Yeah,
Trilla was probably early. Yeah, I don't know. So there's definitely more out there, but yes, there is no 12th sibling.
No, and there are a couple we'll talk about who are unnumbered,
right?
Who could any of them could be the 12th, right? If they just decided to do that, yeah.
Toulon, I think, was kind of behind in his development, so he might not have earned a number.
Right,
and so the next one that we would talk about would be Barasafi, who I've already talked about a lot, but she also didn't officially get a number, but she was doing missions. But it seemed like pretty early on she was like, "This is lame, I'm out."
Yeah.
It made it, that this episode's jump, but the second episode, she's like, this is like, she got to her first, assassinate a whole village for no reason.
Yeah.
And she's like, no.
Right. Yeah.
But
I'm gonna not to jump back to Toulon for a second, but I'm gonna my headcanon is he's 12th, right? Because there's something again poetic about him being 12th, her being 13th, right? Like I just feel like that I'm sure they'll go do that, but I don't know, especially because they were both in the same comic together, so you would think it would make sense that they're both numbered at the same time.
And they were coming up at the same time.
Yeah,
that could be the thing, I hope they roll out more. Because they're kind of fun. Now I'm like, oh right, like what flavor of Inquisitor are you? But I feel like they've kind of told the story. It's sort of like you get what an Inquisitor is at this point. There isn't much mystery to be revealed there. Except why they turn into smoke when they die.
So right. We need to know more about that. At the end of this list, there's a couple of unidentified Inquisitors, and I may have just broken Grant's game. Because I clicked on there's just an Inquisitor, right? And it's like, and it said, what's its source? And the source is Savage Spirits. And what's Savage Spirits? It's a source book for fantasy flight game Star Wars Force and Destiny role playing game. So
are we gonna get a name for this?
There's no I mean Grant could do it, but this is
he's Quirmian. So if Grant says Quirmian, we know he got where he got this one.
And what's interesting about that is like he could so I won't click on this too much, but this will be where he gets all the stats basically and all the other abilities and stuff. That's really funny. Okay.
So, all right. So that's our first unknown.
Sorry, Grant.
All right. So maybe that's there. And I guess we could talk a little more about Barriss, but like really compelling Clone Wars arc where she kind of rebels. She starts sabotaging the war from the inside. Punished, is released to become an Inquisitor, and then like in a really savage way she sort of like makes up for her wrongs by literally giving her life force to people in need and healing with her life force, much like we see Grogu do, and we see at the end of The Rise of Skywalker. But that's kind of it.
It's so funny. Like we could talk about her. I don't even want to rank her when we get to her because it's just her story seems like so different than anyone else. Like as much as she was an Inquisitor, it's not the thing I think about her. I think
exactly. Again, she's not numbered. I'd probably just stick to the numbered ones.
Yeah, I think that's the right way because
if they're not even numbered, we don't even know enough about them. The other there's like that Forces and Destiny,
and there's another one that's
so then the other unidentified one is the one we just saw in Tales of the Underworld, and this was the Inquisitor hunting Asajj Ventress. Oh no, actually hunting Lycostrata, which is the boy that runs into Asajj Ventress, and she saves his life. But he ultimately is the one that kills the Inquisitor.
Yeah, stabs him in the back.
That's like first episode we see that go down. Cool design though, like cool helmet, alien face that's exposed. And he was pretty tough. Like he would actually be up there, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And then the last one I really don't get. Unidentified female Inquisitor.
Dathomir. Oh, it's another Force and Destiny. It's another role-playing game, so we could get this person. This Inquisitor.
Sarah's master is like all they have, and then again, and like so the last one that we see, and they could all have numbers, and we just don't know. So,
yeah, I just don't understand why this is considered canon. Why these source books are canon, but
I think because this is open source, so this isn't. I don't think you can even consider Wikipedia canon. It's like massive. Crate size grain of salt here.
Yeah.
So cool. So that's kind of it. So why don't we rank them up, man?
Yeah.
Where do you want to start?
You just want to start at the top and go down, or do you want to? All right.
I've been thinking more about like you mean to just go through the list? Okay.
Yeah. Cool. Or do you want to do it by tier? Do you want to do it the other way?
I kind of want to do it by tier.
I like that.
Start at the top of the tier.
Yeah. So we'll start at S. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do we think falls into S?
I'm tempted to go the 2 Grand Inquisitors.
The you and I are
and and Riva, she's what, third sister?
Third, right? Is that right? Yeah. I think you got it right, because the Grand Inquisitor is around forever. His story's told. He's super powerful. He survives so many battles, and then as we talked about, the fact that Riva takes him out automatically gives her the S tier, right? Like you can't,
right? Yeah,
and it was a fair fight. It's not like she, stabbed him in the back. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It was a fair fight and she got him. And which makes Riva's character all that more compelling. Like she's a super strong force user, but is she just strong on the dark side? Like what's going on? But
right.
Yeah. Though she was kind of defeated by the boy Luke Skywalker, which is kind of funny too.
That is kind of funny. That
was kind of led to her just being like, you know what, I'm just not going to kill this kid.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. All right. So after that, this is where it gets a little spicy. Yep. Yeah. I would go 5th brother here for sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say 5th and 7th. I feel like the 2 from Ahsoka, from Rebels, right? Yeah.
The 2 from Rebels, because she is a survivor. Like she's Seventh Sister's not very strong, but with those droids, she's a pest.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. And she uses them, like you said, to her advantage. Yeah. She just, not strong in the Force, but, knows how to fight. So, yeah.
And to be honest, they went up against Ahsoka multiple times. And survived.
Yeah. Right. I mean, that's the thing. Yeah.
And I think this is kind of when Ahsoka's revealed is in Rebels. Like who that character actually is. And there's just a great moment where, they kind of mess up Kanan, and Kanan has to run, though he's defending a baby at the time, so it's kind of hard. But Kanan can't hold his own, but then Ahsoka steps in and is able to escape but not defeat them. So that says to me they're pretty strong.
Yeah, I think so. What about I was toying with second sister, because she's the main adversary in Jedi Fallen Order, and really survives towards the end against. Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I need to see her death actually.
So she's killed by Vader is the weird thing. Is what that.
Oh, that's right. He stabs her in the back.
Yeah.
For some sort of failure. I think because Sarah Junda was getting to her.
Yeah. I think you're right. Yeah.
But she was very formidable.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, especially she really, she messed up Cal Kestis, and granted, he was kind of early in his powers, but I mean, he's no slouch and never was.
Yeah, and the only way that Cal won that fight is by manipulating her emotionally, right? Which is kind of led to that. So I think if he kept going, I don't think he would have beaten her.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think? You want to put her in
A? Yeah, sounds good.
Right. That might be it for A's. I'm trying to think of. I don't know. What do you think? Any of these others?
Let me just. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's probably it. She's probably the only A tier here.
Yeah,
that's a good one. That's a good poll right there. She seems like she deserves.
Yeah, I think.
I don't know. I mean, I'm just Merrick.
Yeah, it's just so the thing is, I keep going back and forth with him, because part of the reason that he's so powerful is that he's alive into way past the
honestly Inquisitors. He's kind of, as far as we know, he's the last Inquisitor.
Right, as far as we know, he is taken out pretty quickly by Ahsoka, but again, Ahsoka has had all the practice in the world taken out.
Well, actually, he survives his first. He
that's
survives
right.
his first battle with her.
That's right.
I would think I'd put Merrick in A tier.
I like that. I mean, he's my favorite, so I'd love to put him there. Well,
Yeah.
He's always my favorite because I assumed he was a dust person or a smoke person, but he's not. But I still love his look. So,
He
but yeah,
could be
I
a
think
dust person.
Yeah.
Who knows? And
Who
don't
knows?
let me ruin your.
No, you didn't. It's Wikipedia and everything else. But again, if that's just means that's because that's what happens to Inquisitors, I'm on board for that. Like I'm good with that. So no, I think so. I think that's a good call. I think he's an A as well. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, there's kind of a theme here. We sort of have the top of the list is sort of the top of the list, which is sort of
interesting. Yeah, it is interesting.
But I think that's going to change because Fourth Sister is pretty low to me.
Yeah. Fourth Sister is. I mean, do you want to do bees or do you want to?
Yeah. Let's try to see if we can hunt some bees.
Yeah.
I mean, I think 13th Sister Iskat's probably B because she's actually pretty fierce fighter.
Yeah, I agree. What about Ninth Sister from Fallen Order?
I can see this is where your bias is coming into play.
Yeah, right.
I think she might be C tier to me.
Okay. I don't feel strong.
I mean, yeah, she survives her fight with Cal.
Yeah, but that is immediately killed in the next game.
All right, let's put. I think she's B tier. I think
okay.
She's you wouldn't want to run into Ninth Sister at any time.
Seems formidable. Yeah. What else? Not that.
Yeah. Now we're getting pretty thin here.
Yeah.
I think fourth. Oh no, C tier. I think 11th Brother is probably pretty fearsome. And if we knew the number for the Inquisitor in Tales of the Underworld, I'd probably put him in that same ranking.
Yeah. But I have him down here. We could technically put it. Is that that's them? I could put him there. C. Are we doing C now? Is that what you said? Or
yeah, I think C, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Anything else in the C tier?
Yeah.
Think about Fourth Sister.
She's kind of flirting with it, but I think she's really kind of weak. I would probably, yeah. I mean, no. I mean, she wasn't even like that person on the mountain. Like she kind of got defeated by that dude. Like if it was 1-on-1 in the Barasafi arc, like he was gonna like actually kill her. She doesn't have any tricks. She doesn't have any droids. She like doesn't have any special abilities. I think she might be a D tier character.
Yeah, I'm there with you. Devil's Advocate. We could put Bill in there.
I think Bill's an F tier.
Yeah, I know. I mean, just for the name alone. Who else do you got?
Right? I guess he's not numbered. But if we're gonna call him honorary 12th brother,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, because definitely Iskat was stronger than him.
Yeah.
But yeah, so maybe C tier for 10th brother.
Yeah, I like that. I don't think she would be romantically involved with anyone under C tier or not.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah, like she needs to be a better than him, but like not so far better that it's leads to issues. Yeah. Okay, what else we got? 10th brother. What do you think about 10th brother? I mean, he's the blind one, so he's he
gets defeated by a bunch of clones.
Yeah, I know, right? Purge troopers, it's hard.
Yeah, purge troopers. Like, listen, they're tough, but Cal Kestis ate them for breakfast. So, yeah, I would say, yeah, he's a D or F.
Yeah, I agree.
We still have. Oh, 8th brother. 8th brother's higher. I have a feeling he even though he fell out of the sky.
Yeah, I mean he's there. He fights a lot. Do you want to pop him and see?
I could see. Yeah, I mean the fact that he was sent on that mission.
Yeah,
means he probably has some skills, and he was hanging with 7th sister and 5th brother.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's probably C tier.
Yeah, especially if you think of that point, he made it that far into it. He's clearly been taking out Jedi, up until that point.
Yeah. He does look formidable too. Like I think he had a couple flashes, and like Kanan Jarrus is like, whoa. And Kanan's the one that like ultimately defeated the Grand Inquisitor. So in a fair fight, which was a really great scene, actually.
Yes,
probably the highlight of season 1. But yeah.
Totally.
12th sibling.
Yeah, just put that in there for fun, but we don't have to rank that person, whatever that might be.
Yeah.
Did we talk about 11th brother?
Oh yeah, I feel like he is like probably B tier for me.
B. Yeah, I'm okay with popping up there. He's strong. He is, especially because he's yeah.
Right, ninth. Yeah. I definitely think I think he's B tier.
Yeah,
I would actually probably put him ahead of Ninth Sister, but that's just because he looks cool.
Yeah,
but he does get taken out. Like it. I mean, where did we put First Brother? Yeah, as an A. So he's definitely not Merrick.
No. Yeah.
But yeah.
I like him in B.
Yeah, I would be comfortable in B or C. But again, it's kind of based on his graphic design is awesome.
Yeah,
and that's kind of it.
Nice.
And then so what do we have here? 10th brother, I think is probably D, and maybe F is just like 6th brother.
Yeah.
Fourth sister is oh right, yeah. What are we doing? Fourth sister is like C or D?
Yeah.
D?
Yeah, I think D. I think we're gonna put her in D. I think makes sense.
Yeah.
So any thoughts about I'll just get rid of third brother here too, because that's not really a thing.
That's not really a thing. So I think 6th brother's F.
6th brother for sure, is F. 10th brother, I think is
D to me.
Yeah, I think he's D. He's not quite F material. Yeah. And then so that's what we say D. I like the fact that we have one F, and that F is 6th brother.
Poor Bill.
With that. Poor
he gets
Bill.
An F because his name's Bill.
Exactly. He's like a D. He's probably D, but he loses a tier just for having Bill.
Yeah.
I'm gonna knock off Barris. We won't rank her, right?
Okay,
you want to rank her?
So we could rank Barris the Inquisitor. I kind of rank her, but like if you were gonna do it, you'd have to rank Barris the Inquisitor, not her whole character. And she was not a great Inquisitor.
No, and I feel bad putting like a D or an F next to Barris Offie, but it's
that's where she'd be. I mean, I don't know. She got her butt kicked by the Grand Inquisitor. She ultimately, I mean, she defeated Fourth Sister, who's D tier, so she'd probably have to be higher than D. But I think as C maybe.
Yeah, I'm fine with put her in C. Yeah.
Right. So do you want to read off the ranks in order as like highest to lowest here as far as tiers?
Sure. So we got our 2 in the S tier. We got the Grand Inquisitor and the Third Sister.
Who's Riva?
Riva. Yep. Then we got quite a few. I think we got 4 in our A tier. First brother, right? Second sister.
Yep.
And then we got our friends from Rebels, 5th sister and 7th sister.
Yeah, quite a bit. I mean, we were probably generous with that, but they do seem, Merrick.
Yeah.
Is intense, and that seems fair to me. They seem pretty strong, and
I'd put them on the same level. I think that makes sense. Again, with the amount of Jedi fights against Jedi they had, and the length that they survived, I think gives them that. Yeah. Let's see. B. We got our Bs. We got 3 Bs there. We got Ninth Sister.
Right. The 11, Big Doten.
Yeah, the Big Doten. 11th brother.
Is the Ahsoka.
Oh yeah. Ahsoka, yep. And then 13th sister, the Skullface, and then 13th sister, which is Cat from Rise of the Red Blade. Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, she could. Cat might be higher, but that sounds good.
Yeah. Then we got 4 C's. We got 8th brother. I keep forgetting who that is. Oh yeah, that's right. That's the Yeah.
Oh wait, 8th brother is the unnamed defeated by Maul.
Fell to his death. Did we rank him C or B? I can't remember now.
I'm okay with C. I guess he could be a B though.
He could be a B. I kind of want to drop him 1 though because he didn't get killed by a lightsaber.
Right. Yeah. He died because he used his stupid lightsaber too stupidly.
Yeah.
He died running away, which is like
right. And then we have our other 3, maybe this is telling, are non-numbered siblings. So Talon, Barris, and unidentified Inquisitor.
Yeah, it's the unknown. It makes sense. They're unknown, so they're our median sort of ranking.
But I mean, the other thing too is they actually get named. So part of me also suggests that they're kind of important characters, or not named, but like, you know what I mean? Like, so it's interesting. I think it makes sense. Then we got 2Ds. We got our fourth sister, poor fourth sister, but yeah.
She just gets kicked around all the time.
It is funny though. She might be the only one still alive, but still.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
Because she came back to the light side. So
yeah.
She'll always be an S tier Jedi in my heart.
Exactly. And then we got the 10th brother, the D tier.
Frosted Dibs.
Yeah. Again, I think his death knocks him down a tier. It's probably a C tier, but the fact that he's taken out by clone troopers, like, come on. And by a mind trick too, like a mind trick clone troopers, like that's not great.
Purge troopers. Yeah, exactly. That's weak sauce.
And then there's Bill.
And then there's
Bill. Our only F. Yeah.
Our only F. Yeah. For sixth brother. And then you know what? Like if we reread Ahsoka, he's probably like super scary in that book.
Probably.
He's the primary antagonist of that.
Yeah.
But he's terrorizing whole planets. But still killed by Ahsoka. Not awesome.
Yeah. No. Not awesome. Yeah. So, yeah, I think that's good. Not, trying not to be the academician that I am, but this is a pretty good grading curve that we created here. We got, it actually looks probably pretty close to I'm a fairly easier grader. So my average tends to be in the low B's instead of the C's. And I feel like if I average this out, that's probably where it'd be, right in the B range. So that's good.
Cool, man. Cool.
Yeah, it was fun.
Right on. Yeah, this is super fun to talk about these. And we'll see. Now maybe we have an insight into Grant's campaign a little bit.
Yes.
But we'll have to wait a month to find out. And that'll be exciting. But maybe we should do some research here and see if we can find their weaknesses and find some ways to.
I know. We should do for sure.
Just in case.
Just in case. You never know. Better prepared. What's interesting is those for background, those are, you're not watching this, but I created a Google Doc with this that we've been working under. And I want to share it with Grant. And I want to see if Grant wants to take a look at this and see if he disagrees with any of our tiers. If he wants to argue. Yeah. I guess we'll find out next week when you're all there. We'll see what we're going to cover next week. But there's some content. We'll see.
There's content. We'll see. We've got plans for the next month, so should be super exciting. But it's great. Thanks very much for listening to us and this coverage of the Inquisitorius. And I hope you had some fun with it, like we did. Sagrona, and we'll talk to you next week on Cantina Chronicles.
Yes.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Cantina Chronicles. Please like and subscribe wherever you listen to this pod. You can reach us at Cantina Chronicles on Instagram or cantinachronicles@gmail.com.